Welcome. I'm Valerie Kolick, couples therapist and life coach, and this is Dr. Elise Abramson, child psychologist.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here. We've been working on this for months, and we're so excited to share this with you. This is your 6-step blueprint for designing your ultimate life.
First, we just want to thank you guys all for joining us. We're so excited that you've made the decision that you are important enough to take time for yourself today. To make sure you get the most out of this masterclass, please turn off everything that's operating in the background, silence your phone, close your door, and give yourself some time. If you focus, we promise we will make it worth every minute. We recorded this masterclass beforehand, but if you're watching this live, we're over in the chat area ready to answer your questions and review your comments. Please don't be shy. The people who engage are usually the ones who benefit the most. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a child and family psychologist, and I am also co-owner of Healing Circles Wellness Center. I have my doctorate in psychology, and I have a specialty in children and families and behavior and parenting. I'm also a huge Steelers football fan. Go Steelers. Love rescuing dogs. Coffee and wine are my passion. Running, being outside as much as possible. Love hanging out with my friends. And of course, my 2 adorable sons who are ages 4 and 7. And of course, I can't forget my husband.
Thanks for adding him.
Yeah, I'm sure he appreciates it.
And I'm Valerie, I'm a licensed therapist and life coach. Had a prior life was in high-level positions in the corporate and federal government. So you ladies out there who are in those positions, I definitely know where you're coming from. I have my degree in psychology and my master's in counseling. And I have a little bit of an addiction to learning and reading. I'm constantly listening to books, reading books, buying courses, going through the self-help section of Amazon all the time. I'm a huge Ohio State fan, so go Bucks. And most importantly, I'm married to an awesome man and mom to Gavin, my 3-year-old son, and Noelle, my 5-year-old daughter.
So here's what we want you to do. We want you to stay tuned until the very end because we have some special bonuses. We know that finding peace and calm in our busy and overwhelming lives, so we're going to show you 4 different ways to reach a more peaceful state every single day. So please make sure you hang with us.
I just heard this awesome quote. In the space between chaos and shape, there was another chance. That's by Jeanette Winterson from The World and Other Places Stories. It just reminded me of how important it is to take chaos in our lives and take change and transformation and take new ideas and turn those into opportunities. And that's really what we're doing in this course too. We're helping you get really, really clear so you can create the life that you really love. So what you're going to learn in here is you're going to learn the 3 fears that are holding you back from reaching your goals. You're going to learn the 5 things you must know about yourself in order to find balance, be inspired, motivated, and bring meaning to your life. When you get clarity here, you create a guidepost for all your future decisions. Now, how cool is that? That you can actually have something that you create and you can look at that guides everything that you do. You'll also learn how to create a vision for yourself, for your family, and for your career or your business. A vision that's going to inspire and lead others. You need this vision. You're going to learn the DIG or DIG process for creating balance, finding more time in your day, and removing overwhelm and negative energy. You're also going to learn how to become present and show up for your family and those you love so that you have the support and relationships that you need to grow and to really feel fulfilled in your life. You also get the 6 steps you must take to truly create a life that is incredible, fulfilling, and meaningful. And of course, fun, because we like to have fun. And if you miss one of these steps, you might be going down the wrong path. And we want to make sure that that does not happen for you. You don't want to waste time going down a path, doing something, or being something that you don't truly love and that truly creates an ultimate life. You're also going to get the triple T process for lowering mom guilt or any type of guilt for that matter, and how to build more self love and confidence. You're going to learn why you've probably learned the wrong way to create goals and how to create goals that are truly motivating so that you can finally stick to it. I call this the stick to itness factor. Hint, these are not the old SMART goals that you're used to. It's something completely different. And of course, you're going to be entertained, you'll laugh, you're singing with us, and you're going to take a walk down memory lane with some throwback memes and some songs. We'll even sing for you a little bit. So let me ask you a serious question. When was the last time you felt truly happy? I'm talking waking up every morning excited for the day, knowing you're living on purpose and with direction. Chances are, if you're going through a big life change right now, it's been a while. Or if you're trying to create a new business or a new idea or trying to get over some hurt or past feelings, you probably really haven't felt truly happy because you don't have that direction yet. It's hard to come up with amazing ideas for your life or your business, ideas that you're proud of, if you're not happy, if you're not present at work and home. Let us know in the chat area, when was the last time you really felt truly happy? The number one problem is that there's not enough time to sit down. We're busy. We don't take time for ourselves, much less take time to actually plan our lives. But for every minute you spend planning, you actually gain, I think it's 100 minutes back in your life. So it is so worth it to sit down and plan. So maybe you just feel overwhelmed and you feel that you can't take action, or everyone and everything needs your attention. Have you felt like that before? Mommy, 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 every 2 seconds. How many times do you hear that throughout the day? And you just don't have enough time or energy left for you. There's no balance. You may be crushing it with your business or your career, or maybe you're crushing it at home. You're successful. Well, why would you need to plan? Because so often we're focused at work, we forget that we need to save some of that greatness for our employees at home, our kids and our spouse, even our pets. Or that could be vice versa. We cycle through crushing it at work and then crashing and feeling completely wiped out. We call this the crush it and crash it cycle. It's those times where you feel powerful and energized, and you just know that you're crushing it. You're crushing it at work. You're crushing it at home. You're crushing it in your business. You feel like you have it all together, and then boom, you've been doing too much for too long, or you've lost direction or focus, and then it crashes. Does this woman in the picture look familiar? Trying to do everything and not really prioritizing or knowing where your focus should be.
If it's been a while since you felt truly happy, it's possible that overload has set in. You feel like you're not doing enough, but you don't know how you could possibly do any more. I know some of y'all are nodding your heads right now. Yet your life feels passionless and almost boring. You stop calling your friends to chat because you have nothing new or exciting to say. At least nothing they haven't already seen on your Facebook status update.
So true. Maybe you even realize that you do need to take time for yourself, some time for reflection to understand why you feel unmotivated and uninspired. But your life has been so busy and chaotic that you don't even get to take a shower alone, much less time to reflect, heal, and discover your purpose. You might be living in chaotic boredom. You're not alone. Chaotic boredom is a state of being busy with activities and to-do lists that leave your life dull and leave you stressed and overwhelmed. This chaotic boredom is mostly found in guilt-ridden moms who have got to do it all. And the causes include a lack of self-care, pushing down your feelings, not dealing with past hurts, and loss of clarity and purpose.
If that fits the bill, that means if all of you guys were nodding your heads, we are so glad that you're here today because we're going to give you the exact steps to break you free from the rut and overwhelm and get closer to your purpose so you can live a fulfilling, happy life. But before we really jump into this presentation, we know that you guys are all super busy, and we really wanted to thank you for making yourself a priority and for trusting us with your time. We know how precious it is.
And we wanted to make sure you saw that other picture of us.
Yeah,
for sure.
Awesome.
Is that a winery?
Is that the Cure
Oh,
concert?
that's right.
Close enough.
So, as we journey along together, we wanted to introduce you to a little concept called the oxygen mask theory. I'm sure you've heard this before. Ladies and gentlemen, now we request your full attention as the flight attendants demonstrate the safety features of this aircraft. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, and breathe normally. As if you're going to breathe normally when your plane's going down.
No.
If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist the other person. Love, your favorite flight attendant. This course, this masterclass that we're going through, this is your oxygen mask.
I think that Valerie definitely had another life as a flight attendant.
We also want to go over and let you know who this masterclass is not for. We know you're busy, so we want to be straight up and make sure you don't waste your time. This masterclass is not for you if your life is perfect and full of passion and fun. If you've already got everything together, you know, you're that perfect person with their hair always done, the makeup always done, right? If you're not willing to work hard to make extraordinary changes in your lives and the lives of your families. This course is not for you if you're not willing to open your mind. It's also not for you if you don't believe in brain science or you don't believe in being happy. Lastly, it's not for you if you hate to have fun and you actually like living a ho-hum life.
All right, we've gotten that out of the way. How many of you guys are still with us? Woohoo!
They're all here.
Yeah, I hope so. What has stopped you from taking control of your life in the past? Please feel free to answer that question in the chat area.
So now that we've told you if you're not in the right place, we want to let you know that you are in the right place. If you're ready to make yourself a priority, put your oxygen mask on first, and you're ready to find your happiness. If you want a step-by-step strategy for finding your purpose, getting past blocks, and living an awesome life, and if you've maybe before referred to yourself as a hot mess, once or twice. Have you ever done that? Yeah. Because your head is spinning in so many different directions, you can't focus on any one thing at a time. And lastly, you're in the right place if you want to feel excited again. You want to be the best you so you can truly show up for your family, your community, and your career. So I want you to know you're in the right place if you are looking to find balance and you want clarity and direction for the life ahead of you. There are really some fears holding you back from living a life that is truly authentic. Maybe you've tried other programs. Maybe you've read self-help books out there, but nothing seems to motivate you enough to make true change, or you believe it just won't work for you. Maybe you know what to do. I mean, come on, we're all successful women here. What can we tell you that you don't already know? Here's the deal. Between the two of us, we have over 18 years of higher level education in the fields of behavior change and brain science, not to mention the tens of thousands of hours we have spent researching, reading about implementing strategies that create real, authentic change in people's lives, and helping people through life transitions. We've taken all of our knowledge and experience and we created a system that we know will work for anyone who's willing to put themselves first and work towards our ultimate life. Also, we have 3 very successful businesses. So we know what it's like to have to balance a business and your life, or a career and your home life. We also know what it's like to not be clear on our vision, not be clear on who we want to be when we grow up. So we're going to help you kind of get through that. We're going to schedule time to do this with you. Think of this as an appointment on your calendar. If you don't show up, the rest of the group will hold you accountable for that. We'll talk more about that soon. The second fear is the fear of failure. You'll get sucked up in other priorities in your life and you won't be able to follow through with true change. There just isn't one more possible minute in your life. If there is, You've already allotted it to something else. You are not a priority. And when you are not a priority, then your life will feel like you are failing. We're going to give you the steps to break down these barriers. This is a no fail plan, and we'll be walking you through each step. And then the fear of success. This is a big one. I particularly resonate with this one. If I change and take control of my life, what will others think? What will happen? Will my life be so different that it takes me out of that level of certainty and out of comfort? Will my relationships change? Will I start going down a path that maybe isn't right for me? Or what if I go down this path and I start losing friendships? Or, I feel safe. You have to take a step. You have to really challenge yourself and step out of your box if you really want to live a truly ultimate life, an extraordinary life. You have to take chances and you have to step over that fear, even the fear of success.
It's time to break through those barriers. It's time to make yourself a priority, align with your values, and start living the life you deserve. How fantastic would that be?
There was a time in my life when I was in graduate school. I was working full time. I had 2 kids. I still have those 2 kids, but they were under 3 years old. Just moved, bought a new house. Also was working 15 hours a week as an internship in counseling. To say I was a hot mess, depressed, and overwhelmed was an understatement. I truly felt breathless, like I was slowly drowning and I couldn't see the light. I made a decision one day to finally get my act together. I decided I was important enough to work on myself and to find my happiness. I did tons of research and I asked my good friend, Dr. Elise, to come help me, to help me get myself out of this crazy cycle. I couldn't even see past my busyness to see a day ahead of me. Boom, we figured it out. We worked together. We developed a system for getting in the right headspace to finally make changes. I prioritized my life, let go of negative energy, and I started taking baby steps to reaching all of my goals. Soon enough, I was enjoying my life to the fullest again. I didn't feel guilty anymore. No more anxiety, no more foggy brain, no more hot mess. I get to truly enjoy the time with my family, made time for my friends, and followed my own truth. I found peace and calm in all the crazy. Since this time, we've used the same strategy with tons of women who have made amazing transformations in their lives. This is called the 6-step blueprint to creating your ultimate life. The thing I want you to understand is that the blueprint doesn't work on its own. I mean, it's pretty awesome. The steps are there. But you need to make yourself a priority and put in the work to create amazing transformation. You have to be open and trust the process. And if you do, the life-changing results will truly amaze you. They certainly amaze us every time. So we're going to walk you through the system. And then we'll get into details so you can start doing this in your own life. Here's the truth. We have created a full 6-week course that walks you through every single detail of this amazing blueprint that will change your life. But in this masterclass where you're here today, we're going to give you the steps that you need to get started today. Whether you decide to join our workshop, our course, or not, so we want to walk you through this. So grab your journal, start taking notes because it's about to get real. Ultimately, we want to show you how to create a balanced and happy life. We want to show you how to create the why and your vision and an actual blueprint, a plan that you can have at the end of this workshop and at the end of the course for that's confidently leading you in the right direction and to your purpose in living. The blueprint consists of 6 steps that we've put together: clarity, vision and focus, breaking down barriers, a relationship reboot, sketching the blueprint, and then creating your new life. The implementation and celebration phase. That's one of our favorites. So a little quote from Dr. Seuss. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act.
Love it.
I'm sure we've all struggled with life balance, what I like to call life harmony. So in step 1, you need to gain clarity. When we are unclear of our priorities and values, we become lost. We start mentally becoming numb, and we actually retreat inwards because we just don't know where to focus and we don't know how to get unstuck or get out of the rut or the cycle. Imagine the feeling if you knew the exact steps to find your purpose, to ditch overwhelm, and to feel happy and fulfilled, filled with excitement every day. To do that, you need to do two things. One, you need to start a mindfulness or meditation practice. And for those of you who think this is woo-woo or, not scientifically based, it is. There are, tens of thousands of...
With more coming every day.
Yeah, empirically research that shows that adding mindfulness or meditation into your daily practice has huge benefits. And then the second thing you need to do is become clear. You need to become clear on your priorities, your core values, your core beliefs, and your life roles. Let me ask you a quick question. What if you asked an architect to draw you a blueprint, but you didn't give her any other information? You didn't tell her what type of structure, what the structure would be used for, or how big you wanted it, what the purpose was. You just gave her no information. Just said, go draw me a blueprint. Chances are what she drew would not be what you wanted, not what you needed. Maybe she would come back with a blueprint of a treehouse when you actually wanted a blueprint for your family home. It would not be what you wanted because you weren't clear. So why do you go about life without being crystal clear on your purpose, your passions, your strengths, or what you want or need? That's what we're going to dive into now. So first you need to find your why. Your why is what inspires you and others. This brings meaning to your life and your business or career, and it becomes your guidepost for making decisions. Now, how cool would that be to actually have something you could look at? I mean, this is a one sentence that we put together in the course that guides all your decisions. It's really neat to have this. You find your why by looking at your core values. It's a unique combination of your core values, your beliefs, your priorities, your life roles, and your strengths. We dig up all that together and you discover your why.
Imagine the feeling if you knew the exact steps to find your purpose, to ditch the overwhelm and be happy and fulfilled. Did we really? Yeah. That's probably not good. Yeah, there it is. Mindfulness and clarity. There they are. So I think you get the point of that since we said it twice. All right, so now what I want you to do is write down your top 3 priorities really quickly. Don't think about it too much. These are currently the most important areas of your life right now. We're just pretending this is live, folks, so bear with us and have some fun. So are you spending your time and money and energy on these priorities? Do these priorities make you happy? Are they fun? Or are they shoulds? Do a gut check and think about what kind of face you made when you wrote those down. Think about that.
And we'd love to actually see some of your priorities in the chat. Be really
please
cool.
Put them there.
So instead of saying, I don't have time, laughing. Instead of saying, I don't have time, try saying it's not a priority and see how that feels. It's such a shift. So we've kind of covered the priorities, getting clear on your priorities, writing those down, and understanding really what those are. We want to shift over to core values. Also, becoming clear on these really can guide how you're living your life each day. Your core values are your beliefs that stem from your childhood. They dictate your behavior and their action. These are your truths. They paint your perspective of your world and other people's worlds too. And core beliefs are also a large part of what you want to get clear on. What do you believe deeply? These beliefs may actually be holding you back. If you look at the picture that we show, a lot of beliefs are, I can't do it. I'm not worthy. I must be perfect. I'm not good enough. That's a huge one. Nobody loves me. I must not make a mistake. Out there for your perfectionist. That's a big one for you guys. And these beliefs really can hold you back. And sometimes you're not even aware that you have them or that you're saying them to you.
And think about how they make you feel too when you're saying to yourself that I'm not perfect, or I have to be perfect, or I have to be better. It causes a lot of anxiety. So we have so many different roles that we take on in our own lives. Some of them include being a mom, a wife, a sister, a caretaker, a business owner, an employee, a housekeeper, a chauffeur, a babysitter, a cook, a provider, and so many more.
I'm getting stressed just hearing all those.
I'm getting tired. We feel we need to give 100% in each and every role, but that's impossible, or at least not possible without a lot of stress and feeling overwhelmed. So how can we determine what we need to focus on? What truly works for us and what will truly make us happy?
I love this picture. This is a recent picture of Elise and I and one of our friends. We're standing with um, Batman and Wonder Woman, and it just reminds you of the strengths. Where can we find our strengths? What kind of strengths do we have? Have our strengths changed? Where would we like to create more strengths in our lives? This is a really important part of finding your why and getting really clear. And remember, without that clarity, you're not going to be building the life that you really want. So cool. You know the areas of life that you want to work on and where you are prioritizing that is not aligned with your values. The problem is there's something holding you back from taking action. That's where step 2 comes in: vision and focus. You must look inside your heart to understand what's important to you, where you want to go. Become more successful and feel better in more areas of your life. Create better balance. You need to let go of what others think, of what others want for you, and focus on what you want for yourself. I'm going to go ahead and jump in right now, and I want to give you a quick practical exercise that you can use, because I know that we're all kind of time starved and maybe we kind of know our priorities, but we haven't really thought about the vision and focus. This is called the DIG exercise, and it's an acronym. I used to work for the federal government, so I love acronyms. It stands for delegate, integrate, or get rid of. So let me take a step backwards. Earlier, we asked you to list some of your priorities. We also asked you to think about the things that you do in your day and the time that you spend. So I want you to write this exercise down right now and take some time to do it once we jump off this masterclass. Write down everything that you do throughout the day. And yes, I'm including looking at Facebook, looking at Instagram. I'm including, avoiding the task ahead. I'm including anything, sitting down and drinking a glass of wine or sleeping. Just write it down, just one day. Write down everything that you do and note how long you spend doing that, driving to work, um, doing emails that you don't need to be doing. Look at that. And then once you're done, I want you to go back and I want you to circle anything on your list that either does not bring you happiness or joy, is not fulfilling to you, or anything that you know is just straight up a time waster. And just circle all those things. Then I want you to go back through the list again. And here's where the dig comes in. Look at your list again. Anything that fell in those categories where it's not fulfilling, you don't like to do it, it's a time waster, it doesn't make you happy, any of those things that you circled, here's what you do now. You dig. 1, you delegate. Look at anything and just be really, really honest with yourself. And ask yourself if there's anything on that list that you could delegate. Could you maybe ask your husband to go get the laundry? Or could you ask your kids to do that? Is there someone else that could help you with that? Delegate. Then, if you can't delegate it, try to integrate it. So how can you make that task of your day a little bit better? So if you were doing laundry, could you integrate it with something you love, like listening to music, and you could kind of make a game out of it? You have to really get creative here. The idea is to take those tasks and those things that you don't like to do from your day and try to make them a little bit more fun. The third thing is give it away. So if it's on your list and it doesn't have to be done, it's not a priority, it doesn't bring you fulfillment, just get rid of it. I mean, seriously, if it's not a priority, you don't need to be doing it. Just get rid of it. So be honest, be hard on yourself a little bit here. Look at your day and start to dig it. So delegate, integrate, get rid of. Now we'll go ahead and move on. So, this is where you start building a day that's really aligned with your values and your priorities. This is where you start building a day that is really living on purpose. This becomes your vision. So, what would your day look like if you only focus on your priorities and your values?
Throw that in the chat if you can. We'd love to see what you guys are thinking.
And also, part of creating your vision is truly understand what's going well and what areas of your life need improvement. If you focus on the right area, it's going to propel your success. Here are the areas of life that most of us focus on: career, financial, spiritual, physical, intellectual, family, social. And you can also add contribution and growth to those. So let's say your finances seem out of control. You want to start eating healthier and you want to have better relationships with your kids or your husband, or any list of your 2017 New Year resolution goals that you want to add to that. So what we do is we get so motivated, we want to jump into all of those different areas. But we quickly burn out, we lose motivation, we give up. But if you can step back and figure out which one of those goals is the most important, or which one will actually change the other parts of your life, that's when focus becomes easy. In the above case, if you actually took some practical steps to improve your relationships, then it's likely that you'd become happier, and then you'd probably stop emotionally eating and emotionally spending, and boom, one step and you have enhanced your life in 3 different areas. So out of these areas, which ones do you feel need the most work? This is really key to gaining momentum and quick transformation. And because I am a relationship coach, I have to throw this in there. A little hint here: building your relationships is the quickest thing you can do that really makes a huge difference in your life.
So, out of the areas, which one do you feel like needs the most work, like we were talking about? So, if you go over to the chat area, think about that. Relationships, is that your key area? Or is there some other place that you'd really like to work on, or something that really comes to mind when we start talking about this? And go with your gut on this one, because a lot of times when we start talking about this stuff, some word will come into your mind and you'll realize that's it. That's what I need to change.
Intuition.
And please feel free to write this stuff in the chat. Don't forget it's available to you, and we like to see it.
So patience, young grasshopper. Because in steps 1 and 2, you became very clear about your priorities, your values, and vision. At this point, you're probably feeling motivated, focused, and clear. You're ready to get started. Start reaching your goals and making goals and going after them. You've also been incorporating mindfulness and meditation into your daily habits, or at least you know that you should. So you would start feeling more peaceful. You will be extremely excited to jump in and start taking action, but you need to wait. First, you need to get rid of some clutter and junk so you have room for all the good stuff you're about to add.
This is where step 3 comes in, clearing the way. This step takes amazing insight, journaling and asking the right questions of yourself. We focus on clearing out the mind here, but we also believe that you need to clear out your physical environment too, including your environment and your body. That's why later in this masterclass, you'll learn how to do this as well. So stick with us. But for now, let's dig into the mind clutter for a minute. Earlier, we asked you what one thing could you change in areas of your life that would affect every other part of your life. What was your answer? When you think about truly changing this thing and you start thinking about what you'll have to do in order to create this change, what types of fears come up for you? Feel free to jot them down over in the chat section. The 5 most common fears that can keep you stuck include a fear of rejection, fear of not being good enough, fear of failure, fear of achievement, and fear of commitment. If you think about it hard, the chances are you haven't reached a goal in the past because of one of these fears. Anybody nodding their head while they're listening to this?
And Kenny, here's the good news. Fear is a thought. It comes from the reptilian brain. It's not logical, it's just reactionary. So we can actually overcome and recircuit these fears. Once you understand these fears that are lying in your subconscious, or maybe they're conscious now, it's pretty easy to actually overcome them. Stick with us and we're going to show you exactly how. But understand that the brain is a muscle, just like your bicep or your quad, just like any other part of your body. And if you keep working it out the right way, it's amazing how you can actually change your brain and your thoughts. You can change your brain to create new happy feelings, new ideas, new visions, and new habits. It's truly amazing. Amazing. Unfortunately, we don't have time in this 1 hour masterclass to go over all these tricks of the trades, but in our Blueprint to Create Your Ultimate Life course, we teach you the exact steps to retrain your brain.
Before we dive into step 4, we know that many of you have an amazing sense of mom guilt. Yep, I bet you all know this feeling, that feeling that makes you feel that tightness in your chest or in the back of your throat. When it's not dealt with, it can leave you short-tempered, self-loathing, and defensive. And it quickly takes away any enjoyment you once had. I know that most of you are nodding your heads on this one, because how many of you have experienced mom guilt? You can just say me in the chat area, because I think we're all going to say me. I think we're going to see a bunch of me's. So we wanted to give you a quick process for helping you to eliminate this guilt. Valerie, what do we call it?
I want to talk about the triple T's. This is another acronym for getting rid of the mom guilt. This is how it works. It's tune in, take care of it, or trash it. Quickly, go ahead and do this exercise with me. Make sure that your feet are firmly on the ground. You can be sitting, but just make sure that your feet are grounded. This is just a little grounding exercise. Sit up straight, take a big breath in, hold it for 4 seconds, and then breathe out for 6 seconds. Do that once or twice more. And then I want you to think about something recently that you have felt guilty about. Maybe it's not spending enough time with your children, but think about one specific item. Take another deep breath in and out, and then I want you to imagine kind of a light of wisdom coming in through the crown of your head and filling your whole body with that light, with that warmth, and then you can feel it's just wisdom, and kind of take it down through your feet and out of the soles of your feet into the ground. And this is called grounding. It gets you into a really nice, solid place. Now take another deep breath once you feel very grounded, once you feel that light kind of feeling your body, and just ask yourself, why do I feel this guilt? And answer. Just don't think about it, just the first thing. Then ask yourself again, why do I feel this guilt? Answer it. Do this as many times as you need to do until you get an answer where you're like, yes, that's it. You can feel it in your whole body. You can feel that that is the correct answer. That's the tuning in part. After you do that and you figure out that right answer, then I want you to take care of it. So if it's something that you can change, go ahead and commit to making that change. But if it's something that you can't change and it's happened in the past and there's nothing to do about it, make the decision to get rid of that negative feeling. So trash it. So it's a really quick exercise. It doesn't take long, but it really helps you get rid of some of that negative harboring energy that might be holding you down, that guilt that we often deal with.
There we go. Step 4 is relationships. We truly believe that relationships are the #1 predictor of your life happiness. That's why we devote a full step to bettering your relationship with your family, your spouse, your children, your parents, your friends, and your coworkers, and pretty much anyone you could have a relationship with.
Yep. The easiest way to start reigniting your relationship is to understand any bad feelings that you're holding against those you love, any resentments or anger. Then you need to either let go, accept, or forgive. Holding a grudge doesn't make you strong, it makes you bitter. Forgiving doesn't make you weak, it sets you free. Forgiveness and acceptance is a decision, and it is a process. You can start today, though, by making a list of things that have upset you or hurt you in the past, things or people, things that they've done to you or said to you. Then start to go through that list one by one and really deal with them. Understand that you are no longer a victim. And eventually, as you learn more about yourself, you're going to start letting these things go one by one. This one process is going to make you feel lighter and happier almost instantly.
It's pretty powerful.
It is.
Relationships also include the relationship with yourself. You must find a way to love yourself. So here's the deal. Let me ask you a question. What if I came up to you every single day and started telling you what a loser you were, how you'll never amount to anything, how you're the worst mom in the world, and oh my God, I can't believe you think you actually deserve to be happy. What have you done?
I'm going to punch you in the face.
Yeah, right? I would want you to do that because that's just wrong. All right, so you would probably want to punch me in the face.
Right.
Yet, you say these exact same things to yourself every single day. Why? You're amazing. You're perfectly imperfect. And you need to understand that today. So whenever you hear that mean girl on your shoulder saying that you are not good enough, just go tell her to get hit by a bus and leave you be, or just flick her off your shoulder. Enough said. You got it? So now let's move on to step 5, where it gets super exciting.
So step 5, this is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. That was horrible, I know, singing. And I'm sorry, Rachel, for just totally screwing up your song. But this is such an exciting step. Step 5, this is sketching the blueprint. This is when it kind of, the rubber meets the road. In the past 4 steps, you've gotten amazingly clear. You feel lighter. You have overcome any challenges, fears, and you've let go of silly beliefs that have held you back. You feel more peaceful and calm, and you're ready to take on the world. So this is where you take back your life. You actually start sketching your blueprint, planning your course that is going to help you create a life that you love. So take all the information that you've learned about yourself and you start crafting your goals. Now, we're not talking about the SMART, the SMART goals, specific, measurable, actionable.
Super boring.
Reasonable is R, reasonable.
Yeah.
Yet very boring goals. We're talking about exciting, life-changing goals. These goals are not about losing 10 pounds or being able to find your scissors that you lost 5 years ago. Where are those scissors? This is about experiences. What experiences do you want to have in each part of your life? Remember that wheel that we talked about before? But this is about how do you want to feel? What experiences do you want to have? Look at those pictures on this slide. Like, don't you want to be at a concert getting
Yes.
what is
I don't know what they're doing there, but
walked around and in
thrown up in the air.
yeah, hot air balloon, watching camels and giraffes in Africa? That's like my bucket list. So what I want you to do is, instead of saying, I want to save $1,000 this month, there's that smart, boring goal. Say, I want to feel safe and secure and have enough money to take an amazing vacation this month. This is an end state goal. This is about experiences. And if you start creating goals like this, you're going to go much, much further and find much more happiness.
What type of contributions do you want to make in your life? How do you want to grow? Feel free to type them in the chat area.
But once you so once you know the answers to these questions, what kind of contributions, what kind of growth, what kind of experiences that you want to have, then you start figuring out how you can get there. You start from the end goal and you work your way backwards. What we call reverse engineering. So let's use an example. Say you want to contribute by helping developing countries have access to clean water. That is a huge, amazing goal. But we can break it down. We're going to reverse engineer that. And we're giving you kind of bigger steps than we would in the course. But just to see how it works.
Just get a little taste.
So we know that you're a good writer. So you decide that you could educate others by writing for international blogs. So then you need to figure out what to write. So you need to do research. You also need to figure out how to get published in those blogs. So you research that. And then you start writing articles. And you research the crisis. You talk to experts. And every day you write down one action that you can take today to get you to that next step.
Breaking it down.
Yeah.
Boom. It is that easy to create the life you want. Okay, and we're just going to be honest here. We really wanted to add this mic drop picture somewhere in this masterclass, and that seemed like the perfect place. So just kind of watch that for a second and take it in all its glory. So far, you have become amazingly clear on who you are and what you want in life. You have started changing your brain and getting rid of the negative crap that's holding you back. You're creating better relationships as we speak, and you have learned the secret to creating goals that work and an easy way to take action every day to get to those goals. Oh yeah, and because you've learned that meditation and mindfulness are freaking amazing, you will feel much more patient, peaceful, insightful, and calm. All right, so we will drop our way down to the sixth and final step.
I had to put this one in for Elise and for all you women out there who like a little old school rap.
Or just rap generally.
Or just rap. We threw a little Eminem in here. Elise, you going to rap it out?
No, but I will read it, because if you actually, Eminem has some super wise words. And think about this and how it can really relate to you. If you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip?
So in this last step, you put everything together. You make sure that your mindset is ready and you capture the moment, every moment from here on out.
You know you guys are all singing that in your head now.
So you need to find accountability. You need to find a group or a person that's going to hold your feet to the fire. Someone who's going to keep you accountable and push you when you're slacking, lift you up when you're down, and be honest with you when you're making excuses. If you do this one thing today, you will be going in the right direction.
All right, so we have run through the 6-step blueprint to create your ultimate life incredibly quickly. Catch your breath for a second. We hope to have more time with you to really go over these steps much more in depth, but we trust that you have enough information right now that you can at least start making some big changes. But before we start wrapping up, we want to ask you another question. Why did you show up today?
Maybe you want more for yourself and more for your children and family.
Maybe you don't want to feel numb anymore. You want to fully participate in your life and feel happy and fulfilled again.
So you probably showed up today because you're about to start or you're going through a new life phase, like marriage or divorce, changing jobs, starting a new business, having a baby. Maybe your kids are 5 or 6 years old, they're starting kindergarten full-time, you've been working, or you're a stay-at-home mom and you're considering a new career. What would that look like? Anything, those big life transitions, those big life changes, they're the best time to create your future. So I want you to keep that in mind. Or maybe you have a business or are starting a business and you want to become crystal clear on your why and vision so that you can have a plan that you feel confident about and, of course, lead you to success. Or maybe you just thought that Dr. Elise and I were super funny and you wanted to be entertained for an hour.
Which we hope you are. We're going to go out on a limb and guess that it's time to make yourself a priority, ditch that feeling of overwhelm, and start living a fulfilling and happy life. It's time to take back control of your life with a blueprint that gives you the exact steps to create and start living your ultimate life. It's your time. You can change how you live forever, and you can change the lives of your family and children. All right, now remember, nothing we shared today is theory. Between the two of us, we have over 18 years of formal education in brain psychology, habit and behavior therapy, and family and marriage therapy. Not to mention the hundreds of books we've read, tens and thousands of hours researching, and thousands of hours helping others just like you. And of course, just our own life experiences. So let us ask you a question. How different would your life be if you felt happier every day? Think about that for a second. You were focused and clear on your path, and you no longer felt overwhelmed. If you're thinking about these answers, and if you can already see how amazing your life would be if you followed this 6-step blueprint that we've played for you, then we would like to extend a special offer for you to join our
Blueprint to Create Your Ultimate Life workshop.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! This is a 6-week virtual coaching workshop for busy, overwhelmed women that will help you get unstuck from the whirlwind of life and start living a life you desire and you deserve. The journey begins February 27th, And it starts with a live coaching call and support call on March 1st at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
So, the blueprint to create your ultimate life is the only program that will teach you how to use your inner wisdom to discover your true self, help you get clear on your life vision and create an action plan and actually stick to it, get rid of the spinning thoughts and all the crap in your head that's keeping you stuck in all of this. It also gives you the tools of self confidence, internal happiness, and peaceful relationship. Just by itself, that sounds fantastic. It's created and facilitated by respected experts in the field of psychology and behavior change. Guess what, folks? That's us.
Yep, it's true. So one of my past clients, Gina, she came to me because she was feeling totally powerless, totally overwhelmed. She has 3 small children. She was working full time. Her husband was overseas sometimes. And after working with me and going through the blueprint, she went from feeling powerless to powerful beyond measure. Those are her own words. Her mental and emotional chaos was replaced with the ability to be mindful and be guided by her intuition. After going through the 6 steps with me, she felt that it was truly the turning point in her life so far.
Pretty powerful.
So in week 1, you are going to get amazingly clear on your core values, your priorities, your strengths, your life roles, your core beliefs, so that you can discover your purpose and your why. And remember, your why is super important. This is what inspires you. This is what inspires others. This is what brings meaning to your life and your business. And it becomes your guidepost for making decisions. In week 2, we develop a 20/20 picture of what you want and need in life. We start to shift your mindset so that you can gain focus and discover the best path for you. We also start working more on balance in this step and show you some really cool exercises for that. This is really where you become clear on exactly what you want your life to look like from the outside. Clear vision and focus helps you pursue your dreams, achieve your goals, and it's really your compass for the future. So you need to make sure that you're doing this step right, and we really help you through that. In this step, you're also going to build confidence and create vision for your family and or your business or your career. This step's incredibly important if you want to ever lead and inspire others, if you want to build a tribe or find your tribe, so to speak. So week 2 is really a lot of fun, and it will really help you gain so much insight and clarity. It will just be amazing. And in week 3, we're going to break down barriers. Remember, you can't reach for anything new if your hands are still full of yesterday's junk. So during this really freeing week, you continue to remove overwhelm, stress, and anxiety through the dig process that we taught you. We're really going to give you all the steps of that dig process and help you work through it. And Elise and I will really give you the tools and will give you advice or help you with the problem solving, or other women in the group may also give you some practical solutions for getting rid of that overwhelm and stress. And this is really about balancing too. You're also going to rewire your mindset for success and break free of guilt, fears, unhelpful beliefs, and rules, and also that negative energy that's holding you back and getting you stuck. After this week, you're going to feel so much lighter. Your family or your friends are probably going to start commenting on how much happier or how much lighter and how much better you are to be around, honestly. And then week 4, let's remember this is the relationship reboot. So when your relationships are out of order, your whole life is out of order. So in week 4, you'll learn the steps to remove negativity from your relationships and start rebuilding or creating relationships that are supportive, fulfilling, and exciting. This includes the relationship with yourself. You'll also discover the secrets to incredible life balance and how to become fully present with those you love. We'll give you exercises that's going to help you with forgiveness and acceptance so you can start letting go of past hurts and start moving forward. And then in week 5, this is my favorite week. It's so exciting. You're going to be ready to put together a plan and goals for creating the life that you have been envisioning. A life full of fulfillment, impact, contribution, and excitement. This is your blueprint. You'll get practical tips so that you're confident in your blueprint. And you'll also learn how to create a balanced and exciting life that doesn't leave you burned out. No more of the crush it and crash it cycle. You're also going to learn Dr. Elisa's Chunk It Up method that makes scheduling and getting things done incredibly simple. And then in week 6, you get the exact tools, support, and motivation that you need to put the blueprint into action. And you'll learn mindset tricks to help you create new helpful habits and become awesome at sticking to it. You'll also build fun and excitement into each and every day and learn the daily force habit that will help you reach all of your goals. Remember, this is a live coaching and support program. So Dr. Elise and Valerie will be constantly and consistently coaching you, giving you ideas, holding you accountable, and helping you find solutions.
So, and that kind of goes into the next point, the expertise, support, and accountability, which is the best part of this program. This incredible individualized support and expertise that you receive from us, and also the group support and accountability you'll receive from the group of women you'll be going on this journey with, is priceless. This is how you become successful. And it's just great to have, Valerie and myself sitting there just kind of running you through this and helping you get over whatever you're stumbling with. If you have problems, if you have questions, you can reach out. And that's what the group is for. The other people in the group can see what you're struggling with as well, and you can also see that you're not alone. And again, it just makes it more likely that you're going to stick with the program.
So let's break it down. This is how it's going to happen. So every Wednesday, starting March 1st, we're going to jump on a coaching call. During that group coaching call, Dr. Elise and I will be on there, and we will give you the exercises for the week. We'll walk you through and teach you everything that we know. Well, we'll try to.
As much as we possibly can.
We'll teach you everything that you need to know to start making incredible changes in your life. We'll actually do live coaching on that call as well as teaching, and you'll have a chance to ask questions and to actually receive some one-on-one attention. And also during the week, we'll be in the Facebook community giving you hints and tips, offering you motivation, connecting you with other people in your community, giving you the tools, and helping you stay accountable. And even after the course is done, I forgot to mention the workbooks. Every week we're going to be emailing you a workbook to help you keep track of everything and to put the exercises down in kind of black and white for you. And even after the course is over, after the 6 weeks is done, you'll still have access to the community, and you'll also have access to all the training modules. So you'll have everything if you ever need to go back to it and re-listen to it.
Or if you forget something, or you just want to kind of strengthen up something.
Yep, and if that's not enough, we have some special bonuses for you. So if you remember earlier, we indicated that you not only need to clear your mind of clutter, but you also need to declutter your physical body and environment. So our first bonus we're offering is Your Healthiest Life with Ariana I can't even say it. She is awesome.
Sorry, Ariana.
Ariana is the CEO of Evolution by Ariana, and she's dedicated to empowering women to become their happiest, healthiest, and most confident self. She's really overcome an unhealthy relationship with alcohol by using the power of exercise, healthy foods, and extreme mindset shifts. She's not only an awesome person who has really overcome so much and has truly created an inspirational life, but she is a personal trainer and nutrition and weight loss specialist, an avid runner, you guys are getting along, cool, and triathlete, and lover of lifting heavy things. So in this bonus that we're bringing you from Ariana, she's going to teach us how to shift your food and exercise mindset to live a healthier life and have more body confidence. And she's even going to give us some practical tools for meal planning and exercising in a very limited amount of time.
Love it. That's fantastic.
It's going to be cool.
All right, and this I absolutely love. But to help declutter your home environment, we had a special interview and training with Lisa Woodruff, who is the CEO of Organize365.com. She's a professional organizer, podcaster, and Amazon #1 best-selling author of The Mindset of Organization, Take Back Your House One Phase at a Time. And she's created this special training just for women enrolled in the Blueprint to Your Ultimate Life course. You're going to get fantastic tips and secrets to organize your home, life, and career. When we spoke to her, we absolutely loved everything she said. It was so realistic, and I can definitely say you'll get something out of it.
Oh, yeah.
She really makes you think about what you're doing in your house and what you can get rid of.
It's
Loved
great.
her.
And this is the limited time bonus we were talking about. So if you buy now today on this masterclass, if you go ahead and register, you're going to get this limited time bonus. It's the Incredible Journey Meditation Package. It's 4 meditations that we've created just for you. And Dr. Elise even brought in someone who does this pretty much for a living. She's just amazing. To create a meditation just for you. She might even jump on a live call with us one time, right? So these meditations are going to reduce stress, improve concentration, help you to become closer to your spouse, and quickly tune into your deepest thoughts and feelings. You're going to need this.
So it's really a good idea to sign up today. All right, folks, it's decision time. We know the fear is real and we understand, but think about this. What will happen if you are stuck in the same rut 6 months from now? How about a year from now? Go ahead, write down your answer in this chat box. And also, how good did you feel today just thinking about all the changes that you can make to your future, to your life right now, to everything? It's time to invest in yourself. We believe in you. It's time to make a change. It's time to show yourself, your family, and the world what true happiness looks like. All right, so what's the investment? Break it down.
Right. Honestly, if you were to go to a therapist or a life coach one-on-one for, let's say, 6 sessions over 6 weeks, it would cost somewhere between $1,500 and probably up to $1,000 or $3,000. Sorry, in some areas. So, plus the bonuses that are valued around $1,500 for a total of $3,500. But we're offering this course for the first time ever. So we're going to give you an incredible deal. So it's incredibly affordable because we want to really make a lot of changes in a lot of women's lives. So your investment is $127 today, and then $127 for 2 months to follow. Or you could also save $150 if you sign up for the one-time payment of $350. So whatever works best for you.
We do have a very limited amount of spots available, as this is a small group, so you guys can get the most personal, individualized attention. Don't miss out on this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity at an amazing value. It is very possible this course will sell out today. The final step is to click below, and then you'll fill out the order form and make your payment through PayPal. Then just give me a few minutes, and we'll email you your login details. Just click the link below to get all the details to sign up and start to get excited about you. All right, quick recap of the total package, just in case you're still on the fence, including the package with the bonuses. So you get 6 live calls, 6 workbooks, Facebook accountability community, lifetime access, expertise and support. Bonus 1, fitness and exercise for the busy mom with Ariana. Bonus 2, organizing with Lisa Woodruff. Bonus 3, incredible journey meditation package for a limited time, plus support way past the 6 weeks.
All right, ladies, so the journey begins February 27th. That means we're closing this deal down February 24th, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or when we fill up our spots, because we want to keep this small, because we really want everyone in the group to get individualized attention and get the most out of this group. So the 6 live coaching and support calls start on March 1st at 8:30 p.m. So look below, you'll see the ordering buttons, and you can go ahead and get started as soon as you put in your order. So again, going through this course, you're going to gain self-confidence, living authentically, peace, calm, patience, life balance. You're going to release guilt. You're going to have better relationships. You're going to meet your goals. You're going to start taking action. Be more mindful, lower stress, lower anxiety, hope for the future, fulfillment, and happiness. All right, ladies, so it's Q&A time. If you haven't asked your question, go ahead and jump in the chat now. But if you're here live during the masterclass, we'll make sure to answer your questions. So let's just jump into the Q&A. If you have any questions, go for it. If you're ready to, make the commitment to yourself, click the buy button below. And remember also, you can go to our sales page where everything we just went over is available and you can look at it in one place. Scroll it back up a little bit. Yeah. So, okay. So the program officially starts on February 27th with the first live call on March 1st at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. However, as soon as you enroll into the program, you're going to receive your welcome package, including some pre-program exercises, a welcome video, and your exclusive bonuses. You'll also have immediate access to the private Facebook community. Okay, another question is, what if you can't make a group coaching call? We really, really, really want you to make the live coaching calls because this is where the personal change happens. It's also where you can jump on and get your individual questions answered and even get some personalized coaching. However, we understand that life happens. So if you do miss a call, we'll have the recording available 24 hours after the call. That way you never feel behind and you can listen at your convenience.
Some of you may be wondering that if you don't have any kids or if your kids are grown, will this focus on all parenting and moms? No kids? No problem. This program is focused on women in all our different roles. It's a blueprint that will work for you if you are ready to make a change, if you want to ditch overwhelm, and if you want to be the architect of your own life. It doesn't matter if you have kids or not. If you want more in life, this is for you. And remember, as we're just kind of putting out some questions that you might have, maybe you didn't even think that you had, but we're also currently answering questions live on the chat, so just type it in so that we can answer all your questions as they come up. All right, so as we're answering your questions in the chat area, we wanted to give you some important dates. Like we said, the course officially starts on February 27th with the first coaching call on March 1st at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then for the following 5 Wednesdays, same time. Please know that the cart will close on February 24th, and we have limited spots. And there is a chance that this will sell out today. So just click on the link below to secure your spot in this amazing journey. You do not want to miss out on this. And get it while you're motivated. Do it now. So we just want to thank you for joining us today. We cannot wait to meet you all and know that you are ready to create your ultimate life. So we hope to see you in the workshop. We're going to sign off for now and send you lots of amazing positive energy for change and creation. But if you are here live, we're still in the chat box, so feel free to pop your questions in there. And we really hope we get to know each and every one of you better through our course.
That's right. Have a great day, ladies.
We'll see you later.